Hello students, how are you? Fit and fine? Very good. Today I shall continue the chapter polynomial from class 10 mathematics. In the earlier section of this chapter, we have learned how to find the zeros of a polynomial, verify the relationship between the zeros and the coefficients of the polynomial, and also we have learned how to find a polynomial if the zeros are given. Today I shall show you the division algorithm of polynomial and also show you how to find zeros of cubic or quadratic polynomial if one or two zeros are given in the question. Then we have to find the remaining zeros. So let us start. Here is the question. A polynomial is given px equals to x cube minus 3x square plus x plus 2. It is divided by another polynomial gx whose value is not given, but the quotient is x minus 2 and remainder is minus 2x plus 4. We have to find the gx, that is the divisor. We don't know the divisor, we have to find it. Now we all know, actually we had done in class 9 the division algorithm. The division algorithm is px equals to gx into qx plus rx. This is done in chapter real number also. So from here, if I want to find gx, then gx will be px minus rx upon qx. Just by transposing I have rearranged everything, and so gx is equals to px minus rx by qx. So first of all I have to subtract this rx, that is the remainder, from the polynomial, and then I shall go for direct division method. So after replacing the values of px, rx and qx, I have got this one. So x cube minus 3x squared plus x plus 2 minus and minus makes plus 2x plus minus minus 4 upon x minus 2. So this is x cube, here minus 3x square, so it will be minus 3x square only, plus x and plus 2x is plus 3x, and plus 2 minus 4 is minus 2. Here this x cube minus 3x square plus 3x minus 2, I have to divide it with x minus 2. So let me go for the direct division method. Just go through it. By direct division method, I have got the quotient as x square minus x plus 1. Therefore, the value of gx is x square minus x plus 1. So in this way, I can find either px or qx or gx or rx by using this division algorithm. Hope you have understood. This kind of division was done in class 8 and 9 also. So I think it will not be very tough matter for you. Another very important question. If two zeros of the polynomial x to the power 4 minus 6x cube minus 26x square plus 138x minus 35 are 2 plus minus root 3, find the other zeros. Means a polynomial is given whose two zeros are given here. 2 plus minus root 3 means one zero is 2 plus root 3 and another is 2 minus root 3. We have to find other zeros. Now check this. The degree of this polynomial is 4. So we will have at most 4 zeros. Out of that, 2 is given to us. We have to find the remaining zeros. So first of all, we have to make a polynomial with given zeros, and it was done earlier also. So let me show you. We know the formula that if zeros are given, then polynomial with the given zeros equals to x square minus sum of the zeros multiplied by x plus product of the zeros. So x square minus sum of the zeros means sum of 2 plus root 3 and 2 minus root 3. So 2 plus root 3 plus 2 minus root 3 multiplied by x, and product of the zeros means 2 plus root 3 multiplied by 2 minus root 3. So it is x square. This root 3 and root 3 will be cancelled. So 2 plus 2 is 4 square minus 4x plus 2 plus root 3 and 2 minus 3 root 3 is in the form of a plus b into a minus b. So a square minus b square. A square is 2 square means 4, and b square is root 3 square, that is 3, that is 1. So product of the zeros is 1. So here is the polynomial with the given zeros. Now I have to divide the given polynomial, that is whose degree is 4, with this polynomial to get a quotient. Here the given polynomial x to the power 4 minus 6x cube minus 26x square plus 138x minus 35 will be divided by x square minus 4x plus 1. This is the polynomial formed by the given zeros, 2 plus root 3 and 2 minus root 3. So first step, here the term is, first term is x to the power 4 and your first term is x square. So we have to take x square, we have to multiply this x square by another x square, then it will become x to the power 4. Actually our first target is the first term, x to the power 4. Whatever number we are getting in the first term of the divisor will be multiplied with some another number to form this number, the first one. So here it is x square and here it is x to the power 4. So I have to multiply this x square with another x square to make x to the power 4. So x to the power 4, then x square will be multiplied with minus 4x. So it will be minus 4x cube. Similarly, x square will be multiplied with 1 also. So it will be only x square. Then sign will be changed. This is plus, will become minus. This is minus, it will become plus. And this plus, it will become minus. So since both are same with opposite sign, they are cancelled. This is minus 6x cube and this is plus 4x cube now. It will be minus 2x cube and minus 26x square, and this is minus x square now, so it will be minus 27x square. The remaining terms will also come down. Now the first term is minus 2x square, x cube, and this is x square. So we have to take minus 2x. That x square will be multiplied with minus 2x, it will become minus 2x cube. So minus 2x here. Minus 2x into x square is minus 2x cube. Minus 2x into minus 4x is plus 8x square. And minus 2x into 1 is minus 2x. Again change of sign. Whatever sign will be here, here we have to write the opposite sign. These two are same, cancelled. This is minus 27x square and this is minus 8x square now. It will become minus 35x square. 138x it is plus and 2x is also plus now, positive. So they will be added. It will be 140x and minus 35. Now here it is minus 35x square and here it is only x square. So we have to multiply with minus 35. Remember, whatever number we are taking here, this number will be multiplied with all the numbers, all these three numbers in the three terms. So minus 35 into x square is minus 35x square. Minus 35 into minus 4x is plus 140x, and minus 35 into plus 1 is minus 35. Whenever you will write any number here, please write it here also, so it will become easier for you to multiply with all the terms. The chances of making mistake will be reduced. So you can see all the numbers are cancelled here. That means the remainder is becoming 0. As soon as the remainder becomes 0, we have to look for the quotient. So next step will be to find the middle term factorization of this quotient. So you all know, you have already learned how to find the factor by middle term, splitting the middle term factorization method. The quotient obtained is x square minus 2x minus 35. So by splitting the middle term, I have got x square, this is minus 7x, and this is plus 5x minus 35. Minus 2x is divided into two parts, that is minus 7x plus 5x. Because the sum of these two will be minus 2x, it is actually coming minus 7 plus 5 is minus 2x, and the product of these two will be only the coefficient, that is minus 7 into plus 5 will be minus 35, it is here. Actually we have done this way in class 8 and 9 also. So x will be common factor of the first two terms, this one and this one, and here 5 will be common factor of the next two terms. So you can see we have got two factors of the quotient. The quotient was x square minus 2x minus 35, and we have got two factors, x minus 7, x plus 5. Now either x minus 7 equals to 0 or x plus 5 equals to 0. So which implies x equals to 7 or x equals to minus 5. Now see, these are the zeros. In the given polynomial, it was a polynomial with degree 4. Two zeros were already given in the question, and we have to find two more zeros. So by this way we have ultimately calculated the other two zeros. Therefore other two zeros are 7 and minus 5. So though the sum is a little bit longer, but the steps you can easily do. Let me tell you the whole process again. First of all, form a polynomial with the given zeros. Then with the help of that polynomial, divide the given polynomial, the bigger one. So you will get a quotient after dividing. Be confirmed that the remainder is 0. So you will get a quotient. Now go for middle term factorization or by factorization in any method of the quotient. So there you will get two factors, and from there you can calculate the other two zeros. The same method will be used for calculating any number of zeros if some zeros are given and a bigger polynomial is given, like cubic polynomial or any other polynomial with degree 4 or 5 also. So there are some number of zeros will be given to you, and you have to find some more zeros. So this is the whole method. Hope it is clear to you. Try to do the same sum twice or thrice, taking some more example from our reference book or our textbook NCERT, and practice some more sums. This process will become much clear to you. This is very important question, and it is very important for the boards also.